And hey sis, how are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty
We
good.
we give thanks.
Yes, we sure do. We sure do. Yes, sis, how are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
Pretty. All right. Ready for another deep ministry?
Yes, yes, yes.
Ready. So we're gonna, I know because of my background screen, they can't see my book, but it's healing yourself and expanding into your Adam Codman's body. This is talking about our higher self. We're gonna go deep into it. It's the same book we were reading last time. We're on chapter 2,
Okay.
and it goes deep into our higher self. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. And what else? Yeah, yeah, consciousness, energy, frequency. That's what it is. That's basically what everything is. And
Yes.
yeah, consciousness. We should see everything through those lens. Consciousness, energy, and frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get rid of some of my screens. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what everything is. That's the time we're living in. And understanding our higher self. My gosh. I can't believe I am so thankful that we came into this knowledge.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
So
my
true.
gosh. I am
Mm-hmm.
so thankful.
It's definitely a game changer.
It is.
It's a game changer. Yeah.
It is. Understanding who we are. My God.
Not just understand, but also know who we are.
No,
Know
no,
who we are. Yeah.
no. And it goes
Mm-hmm.
deeper. It goes deeper and deeper, sis. Let me tell you, we don't understand when we say God. And more, you can see that God has nothing to do with um hands and all that. It's either consciousness or energy. God,
Mm-hmm.
that's what God is. Whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and the deeper you go, you can call him whatever.
True.
You just have to understand that there's I hear people call it there's something so powerful and divine that passes understanding.
It's deep.
Deep,
It's
yeah,
very deep. Very
yeah.
deep. Yeah,
There
very,
is
very deep.
and and the good parts is this thing that is so powerful and divine and everything good about it, it lives within you.
It's in us.
It's
Ah,
in us. It's in us. It's in us. And I was telling my sister here today, I'm like, no, you understand how Ezekiel and them was just transformed. Not
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel. Was it Ezekiel? Not Ezekiel. The one
Elijah,
Elijah, and
Elijah.
then I think
Mm-hmm.
Enoch too. They
Enoch,
would,
yeah.
and you
Mm-hmm.
even understand Christ. You
Yeah,
understand Christ
yeah.
didn't care what they want to do to the body.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care what they want to do to the flesh. He didn't, because this is, uh, it's wonderful. I'm not saying we understand it, and I don't think we can ever understand it fully, but just a little
But you
bit of
get a
it,
glimpse of it. You
just a
get a
glimpse of
glimpse,
it, just a
a
little
glimpse,
feeling of it.
just a little peek. You get a peek.
Just a little peek. Mm,
Uh-huh.
just a little peek. All right, we'll see how far we can go today. Um, Not necessary. I don't know if it's 9 pages. We'll see. It's more than 9, but that's what I did for today. Hopefully, we can
Okay.
go. And if you're joining us for the first time and you'll be like, I joined these people, I don't know what they're talking about, consciousness and energy, please, you could go back and watch Deep Ministries from the beginning. All those videos are there, and just get a knowledge of, really, I think,
Know thyself.
exactly, that's it. Knowledge of self. This is basically what everything's about. This is why we're here. This is why Christ came. Know thyself. Know thyself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we're reading from Healing Yourself and Expanding into Your Adam Kadmon's Body. And why I was reading watching a movie yesterday, that's why I'm telling you, everybody, if you hear me, your higher self talks to you in movies, on your phone. We get everything. They use it to talk to us. And what this book is written by Archangel Jophiel. And I was watching a movie yesterday. And why they were talking about him? They were talking about Archangel Jophiel. And these are ascended beings, ascended masters. I don't know them. I don't know who they are, but it's just weird that yesterday I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the name of the person who wrote that book. He's one of the persons. So this book,
Interesting.
yeah, interesting. This book is written by a few ascended masters. Um, all it is for us. This everything is done for us to come into knowledge of self.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Buddha, and I saw someone doing a study on Buddha, says Buddha was blacker than black. And all these, Buddha, Muhammad, and everybody's coming into the knowledge, not just me and my sister here. There's a lot of people who are
Mm-hmm.
waking up to self. And I am happy because as we're gonna read tonight, we're gonna see when we are awoke to self, what can happen, not just in our homes, not just for us, but for the wider world. It's a domino effect. We've been sleeping too long.
Mm-hmm.
We've been sleeping too long. All
I,
right.
I I think that's when Christ explained that we can do greater things. You can heal the sick. You can
Mm,
raise. I
mm,
mean, so when you speak about the dead, we're not talking about the flesh, but we're talking
mm,
about for those who don't know.
mm,
When you say raise the dead, that means someone who's walking without knowledge of
mm.
who they are.
Exactly. Exactly. Everything my sister just said. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think when he said the dead in Christ gonna rise first. So at that time, I don't know if it's a specific time, That's what they call, there's a scripture, the rapture. Oh, the dead in Christ shall rise and this and that. It's
So,
as no.
so he's saying the one who know, those who know first, those who know
Mm-hmm.
will arise.
Yep. Yep. Because Christ let us tell us the separation is gonna be between those who are consciousness. It's not gonna be, not consciousness, conscious. It's not gonna be no more between rich and poor. It's those who have knowledge of self and those who don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the
Yes.
great divide.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be the great divide. Yep. Yes. So chapter 2. So it says, we're now going to give you information that you may not know or you may have known, but find this a new way of looking at it. There's always the truth in the heart of God, in the great central sun, and in the great central sun, but there may be 3 or 4 ways of looking at the same truth. And that's what people believe in the Bible. It's so hard to understand. Yes, you're looking at it just one way. There's different ways of looking at the same thing. So not because you hear as my sister mentioned, the dead in Christ shall rise. My sister here is seeing it consciously, and you're seeing it physically. And if
Yes.
my sister say it, then you think, oh, what they said, um, they they think you're cursed or think you lose your mind. If we say when Christ talking about the dead in right, Christ is talking about those who are not conscious, you know. If she says that, abomination, abomination.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Absolutely.
and you know what came into my mind, sis? Now we understand why Christ was crucified. It's for the same thing me and you're talking about today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yep.
it was crucified. And we worship, we go in church and we like, oh, we would never crucify God, Christ. We wouldn't have done that. And if you hear my sister go out there and say, oh, Christ's not talking about the physical death, he's talking
It's a
about
spiritual
it's a
thing.
spiritual
Yeah.
death.
Yes.
Oh, you are the first one
Blasphemy.
who's oh,
Blasphemy.
blasphemy.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one way of looking at this, our creator source. And it talks about the great central sun in this in this book a lot. And while I was reading a while ago, it came to me, maybe it's talking about the source. Because I read the book all the time and I just assume it there was a divine sun. So maybe it's the source of all things. I'm not sure if that's what it talks about. But this book, it seems like all suns are created. There's one central sun, and then everything comes off. So
Okay.
maybe it's talking about the source, the source.
Well, the source is the sun.
The source. That's what yeah, I never
Yeah.
saw it before like this. It just came to me that maybe it's talking about the source. So there is always one truth to the heart of God in the great central sun, but there may be 3 or 4 ways of looking at the same truth. What you are doing by looking at the truth from different angles is to take in more of the whole of this truth. It is the same if you have something in your life that you like to do. Whatever it is, you can always look for different ways of doing it, but always go to the same truth, the truth of God. Consciousness is what consciousness is what raises all of earth to a higher level. The awareness of everything expands when consciousness arises. The technology and discoveries rises when consciousness increases. The consciousness correlates to the amount of light and higher rays coming into the earth. Each time it looks like a planet is raising its consciousness, all ascended masters and spirit comes to assist. They are even those who come from other universe to assist in the area of their expertise. Whenever it is that whatever it is that those who assist a planet in ascending also raise their own consciousness, which also assists the universe they come from. Yeah, so as we say, it's a domino effect. It is so important for Earth. Remember, she's alive.
Mm-hmm.
She is alive, and she's been in low vibration for a long time. She's maybe millions or billions of years in our lifetime. And now and because it's the law of the universe, we have to grow. We have to grow. And Earth decide it's time. She wants to raise it's consciousness. It has is raising its consciousness. It's getting out of this low vibrational Earth and low vibrational energy. And no more Earth will be a place where people who have low vibration will come. No more that's going to happen. You have to probably go to another planet. If you're not ascending with Mother Earth, raising your consciousness, you can't stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, you can't stay here. And it says ascended masters. We just talk about one, Archangel Jophiel. Um, um, I don't know if Mohammed is, and even if they come, they're probably not coming under the same name. Mohammed, these are ascended masters. Buddha, Christ is an ascended master too. We call
Mm-hmm.
him Jesus. And Saint Germain, I know I listen to Saint Germain, and people from other planets, people from other planets. So now they have us fearing aliens, 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 aliens. So if you listen to this ministry, there's no aliens out there to fear. Whoever is coming in, they're more advanced than us. They're allowing Earth it's for the Earth to raise. No more will to raise its consciousness. No more will other people be able to keep Earth in this low vibrational state. And there are forces out there that don't want this to happen.
True.
So that's why you have all the fear. That's why you have all the distraction. That's why you have all the separation. Those are low vibrational things, low vibrational energy. You're caught up in your ego, you're caught up in self. Those are low vibrational energy. All those things don't matter anymore. Your wealth doesn't determine your blessing. It doesn't. What you have in the physical, it's not. It's so more important for us to raise our consciousness than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they don't tell us, I have my sister here that some things come in my mind, and we could talk about. But what they don't tell us, when we raise our consciousness, we don't have to worry about anything. Everything flows in. The universe sends everything. Everything is energy. Everything is works off vibrational energy. So
Mm.
when you're higher, everything comes in. You don't have to sit down and wait for things to come into you. If you understand, because as the Bible says, take no thoughts. all our goal is just to understand, know thyself, understand who we are. That's raising our consciousness. That's where raising our awareness. When we working on that, we working on self, everything will come to us. We'll attract everything because we're expanding. And whatever we need, we don't even have to worry about whatever we need. We just have to concentrate on expanding. Yeah, see,
Mhm.
because the universe, or you want whatever you call your God, the source, he knows our needs and our wants before we even ask. That's what the Bible was trying to tell us.
Amen.
He knows that I need a new car. He knows that I need to overcome my fears. I don't have to depend on that. I don't have to go down every day and be like, I need a new car. I should concentrate on raising my consciousness. And in raising my consciousness, although because this word consciousness, we're using it, but it is what the universe is made of. Everything has a consciousness, so that's why you can attract that car. You can, but everything is on a different level. Everything is
But
on a different level.
but teacher, when we think about even the birds, every
Mhm.
morning, the 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you hear the birds singing. And after they finish, they go about their day. They don't worry about where they
Exactly.
go get seeds,
Exactly.
or they go worry if what the weather's gonna be. They just
Exactly.
give thanks and they go.
Exactly. And another thing too, look at the birds and you'll be like, so what if something's gonna happen? Look at the birds. If there's a storm coming, they know.
They take shelter.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
And they just live in their life. But because they're vibrating at such a high level, they'll know that there's a storm coming. I need to get my kids and go south, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or my family and go north,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that now time that the Christ letters talk about, being in that God time. That when these things are coming, you can hear it. When you're in meditation, you go in meditation, or even if you're not in meditation, but you're focused on yourself, you could hear these voices comes in. Um, oh, Janet, or Storm, or something. You will get a warning. You don't have to worry about anything. Anything. Today, last night I was in meditation, um, and I heard, "Take care of your mother." I heard
Mm.
that, and it just flashed across my mind, and I didn't even think about it. And today my mother was in the ER. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, my mother was in the ER, but she's gonna be okay. That wasn't anything serious. But that's why meditation is so important. And don't think you have to sit and it's just a little quiet time. I know it's hard for most of us, but just a little quiet time. Even if you get a minute not without your thoughts going wild. Even if a minute, just that 1 minute when your higher self gets to be itself. Because when we're thinking, our higher self doesn't get to be itself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just that minute, just a minute. And then so they can come in and show you a little taste of what um, raising your consciousness feels like, you know. So we would like to point out that as you raise your consciousness and vibration, that you are also raising your higher self to higher levels. The higher your higher self goes into the heart of God, the higher you are lifted up. When ones on earth raise their consciousness, the light also spread out as far as 26 miles. It
Wow.
is like a blanket of pink light within the light of God. 26 miles when you raise your consciousness. So it engulfs everybody in your house, your neighbor. So, and the earth on a larger extent, your community. Yeah, so it's like a blanket of pink light within the light of God, engulfing all within in the 26 miles radius. When the pink light assists ones to open their heart, their consciousness and awareness starts to expand. As their consciousness rises, it expands to others, and the light just keeps expanding out to encompass all within the field. Envision all within your body becoming this light. So you manifest this. When your body becomes light, you create your light body and then your Adam Kadmon body, which is your new body for the new heaven on earth. Yeah. So when he talks about your Adam Kadmon's body, it's that new body that it's gonna make you live 900 years, that heaven on earth. That's that's what's coming. That's what's
That's
coming.
that incorruptible body.
That's an incorruptible body. Yes,
Ah.
yes, that the Bible talk about. That's why now we understand why it's more to raise your consciousness than to worry about anything else. Because once you raise your consciousness, ugh, and I have to give this to um Minister J. Armstrong a long time ago when I didn't have this knowledge. My sister used to say it. He said, we're gonna put on incorruptible. And
Yeah.
I didn't understand. He said, right here, you're not gonna go to heaven. He says, right here on earth. You're gonna live heaven on earth. He's been preaching these older men of God. We have to give it to them. Reverend Ike, I was listening to a couple of days ago. These men who have passed and gone. Dr. Murphy,
Hmm.
Is it William Murphy, I think? Joseph Murphy,
Joseph.
Joseph
Uh-huh.
Murphy. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what the Bible tried to tell us. We're going to put on that incorruptible body here on
Ah,
earth.
okay. Because I remember as a younger girl, and you go to homegoing service, and they say, "Oh, now this body is gonna change from corruptible to incorrupt," and I'm going like, "Well, wait a minute, the person is no longer here." But
Oh,
now that I got into the actual teaching and knowing that it's not talking about the flesh, it's
mm-mm,
talking about the spirit
mm-hmm.
going from a low vibration to a knowing.
Yeah, raising your consciousness. Yeah, I remember in funerals, they used to read that scripture. This is what the
Yeah,
Bible is talking about. This is what the
now it
Bible,
all makes sense.
it all makes sense because they used to think that, or some people still do, it's when you die and go to heaven, you're gonna put on that incorruptible flesh. You don't need any flesh in heaven.
And you're going to get your crown and
So
your
you're gonna get
robe,
crowned.
and you're
No,
going to
no.
walk streets of gold, and then you're going to see your mother and your father. Oh, we'll meet again.
Yeah, we will
Oh,
as energy. We probably will as energy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but you're not gonna know when I meet you. You're not gonna know 900 years ago I used to be a killer.
I know.
No,
I know.
eh?
I
You're not
know.
gonna be like, oh wow, I remember you. We went to high school together. That's not gonna be it. No. I don't
Yeah,
think so. No.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's gonna
because
be a heaven on earth. There
yeah,
is
because you in a different way of thinking. You're in a different state of mind.
when you're all energy, when you go back to yourself.
When you get that new incorruptible
Oh,
thinking.
oh,
Yeah.
uh,
So
yeah,
you're not going to be like, oh, in my past life, I used to be a mechanic. I used to be a doctor. I was a lawyer. You're not thinking on that level. Your level
mm-mm.
has soared way, way up.
Oh, yeah, your level is for helping humanity. Those things are
Yes,
gone. Those fleshy things are gone. Everything is for the greater purpose. Love and light, as you normally say.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
love and light. Hmm.
My favorite words.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
that's for. That new body is for. Not what big house you have and what cars you drive and
It's irrelevant. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
irrelevant. It's not
Hmm.
important. Mm-mm. Love and light. All right. In order to become the light, you purify your body, actions, and thoughts. The most important point in your thoughts, the most important point is your thoughts. When you manifest your reality by your thoughts, it is 90% intent, 10% action. It is also important to focus on what it is you wish to create or manifest in your life. When the intent is 90%, you would focus energy or light on what it is you wish to create. The more you purify yourself, the sooner you manifest your reality and what it is you are placing your focus on to create. So that is why when you raise your vibration, it's so much easier for you to get what you want, what your intent is, what your thoughts want. So if you want the house and you raise your vibrational energy, or your consciousness, say you raise your consciousness, it comes quicker because it's not the house is not centered on your ego. The house that you want or whatever you want, it's not centered on me. It's not all ego. So your thoughts has been cleansed from that egotistical aspect of yourself.
Hmm.
When you raise your consciousness, you know everything is divine, everything is love and light, everything is it comes from source. So you are not just this body, your higher self directs you're grateful. Every day you sing praises and thanksgiving because you know of yourself you can't do anything.
Hmm. Hmm.
The things in this world, you see them as just something passing by. You're not. I remember I re-listened one of our lives, and I remember my sister said on it, "Listen, religion and politics, we could raise our vibration by not attaching ourselves to any of those two things.
True.
Any of those two things, we could just raise our vibration by not attaching ourselves to them." Yeah. So when we raise our consciousness, that's why everyone's talking about it. It's easier to manifest whatever you want in your life. And your higher self already know what you want.
Hmm.
That's why things just flowing. All of creation has been manifested by a soul or souls who have co-created with God in the great central sun, a highly evolved soul can also misuse the light in creating with God. Yeah, that can happen. That's what they said happened
To Lucifer.
to Lucifer, yeah. There have been souls in the past which have misused the light of God from a higher dimension. That is why the Bible in Revelation stated that an antichrist would return to earth and attract everyone towards him and
Mhm.
away from God. People on earth have misinterpreted the Bible. What revelations in the Bible was conveying is that the Antichrist in your mind, the altered ego looks at everything as being less than perfection. The altered ego is not the villain that ones on earth believe it to be. The reason we are mentioning the altered ego is for all light workers to realize they have to train their mind and watch all their thoughts to see if they reflect the God they are. So when we're going to tell everyone that we are gods, we have to live like it. And this, you see how this line up with the Christ letters, sis, talking about the ego?
The ego.
And
Mm-hmm.
this is saying that it's the ego that is the Antichrist
Yeah.
in your
Mm-hmm.
mind. And we in the church, we talk about the 666, and the devil is gonna come and put a mark on us. Oh my gosh.
The mark of the beast.
Hmm? You see how we curse ourselves too. All these things we put. Uh, it's the ego. The ego is the antichrist, the self. It's what's hinder our blessing.
True. I believe that.
Yeah, that's what the Christ letter is saying,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Mm-hmm.
book is saying the same thing. This the ego is what they call the sin. The ego is what they call the devil. The ego is what they call sin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times we curse ourselves instead of bless ourselves?
Exactly.
I don't have, I can't, I don't know, I don't, it's yes, raise your consciousness. I can do
All things.
all things through my subconscious mind. I can do all things.
All things. You have to reflect the God you are. I know people think I'm sacrilegious when I say that. We can't wrap our mind that our God lives within us. The source of all things live within us.
But for those who read the Bible, it states that it says that God is within you. Emmanuel, God with us.
Emmanuel, God with us. God with us. He said nothing can separate. Right? What do we think that means? Nothing can separate us.
From the love of Christ. That
Yeah.
means he's in you.
Why would he say that? Nothing. Nothing can separate us. Neither height nor depth nor nothing.
N- Nothing
There's
because
no
he's there.
separation.
No separation.
No separation. So it says, I'm going to read this paragraph. The reason we are mentioning the altered ego is for all light workers to realize they have to train their mind and watch all their thoughts to see if they reflect the God they are. And Kuthumi is one of the authors of this book, and they are one of the ascended masters. I don't know about them, so you can Google who they really are, but they are Kuthumi, Shalana, and Jofil. These are ascended masters who wrote
Okay.
this book. Yeah. And when we say ascended masters, it's just like Christ. Christ is an ascended master. They come to the knowledge of self. It's like I could only always see the cup not half empty, but not half full, but completely full, overflowing with the light of God. A fifth dimensional law is to see the cup half full, not half empty. A seventh dimensional law, always see the cup completely full and everything, I think I cup, and everything in it probably. Oh, yes, so a fifth dimensional law is to see the cup half full, not half empty. A seventh dimensional law, always see the cup completely full and everything as completely God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Everything,
everything. Yeah.
everything. Even if there's a killer out there, he's God.
Yep.
He's
Can't come
God.
near me. Can't come near me.
He's God. No matter, everything is completely God. Everything is. Everything is God. The tree is, the water is because it has God, the source. The source is in all its creation. All its creation. I also see myself as all of God out into infinity. I suggest that you envision your heart as a gold light that expands and expands until the light is a unified field of and love and light, stretching out into infinity. When you do this enough and state your intent, you become all of God in your physical body, stretching out into infinity. Your guides and higher self will assist you in doing this exercise. You will become one with God by expanding and expanding in consciousness and awareness, which is the clear light of God.
Mm.
And to understand a lot of these books, this is how powerful your mind is. It'll talk about different lights. It says your heart is the golden light because your heart is connected to the sun, the great central sun, which I think is source. And it's so when it tells you expand this gold light, you have to put it in your thoughts. You're expanding this light, expanding it to all over the world. So if you're one like me who's just tired of everything and you would like to see a new earth, you want to see a earth with love, you want to see a earth with good things for everybody, no one's struggling. This is one of the just see your heart with a goal like just expanding from your heart and expanding as far as your mind can take you. This is just an exercise, and this book does a lot. It teaches you how to become your higher self, one with your higher self, how to heal yourself. Because that's the power we have. We just never thought that we could do this.
So instead of seeing somebody sick, see them heal and whole
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
complete
And
and not sick,
completely full. And it's
complete.
same thing we spoke about this morning, sis. We are not our sickness. We are not our lack.
Mm-hmm.
We are not. See the glass completely full. See that person in that wheelchair sitting right there as standing and walking around
A
because
whole person.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
not
you
who he
know,
truly is.
it's ironic because you know how we always had to say, "Oh, I see the glass half full, half full," instead of always declaring, "I see the glass full, overflowing completely."
Mm, completely. Mm.
What that song say? I got a new. Patti LaBelle say, "I got a new way of walking, a new way of talking." Well, that's my mo now. I
Yeah,
got a new way of seeing
I've
everything.
seen everything. And when you see it in your thoughts, in your mind, oh, oh, limitless, sis.
Yep.
Limitless, limitless. What what the waves of light are doing is raising the consciousness on the earth for those who are in the vibration of love. We wish to tell you that the energies coming into the earth in waves of light that used to be every 2 months are coming in waves from the great central sun every 2 weeks. When you are in the heart of God in the great central sun, you are now able to create with God in the totality of the universe. This includes moving gravity and moving time, which is God's time, or no time, so that it is with the heartbeat of God in the great central sun. The heartbeat of God moves gravity and everything in the universe. That is how the stars, sun, moon, etc. moves. The heartbeat of God is a vibration which reverberates throughout the universe. And that's the same heartbeat in our chest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you just happen to go deep in meditation, you could hear your heart beating. Everything vibrates. That's what that vibration is. That's everything vibrates. Everything. Because the as it tell you, the heart, that is the heartbeat of God in the great central sun. Everything vibrates. Everything vibrates. And it's through that vibration that I think the source can sense where your consciousness is at. Because
Mm.
the heartbeat is connected. So when if your heart not that's not in love, and you're thinking about things um that you're things that's not in love and you create it, you still have the heartbeat of God, but you're creating things not in love. So that heartbeat that we hear, love dub, my teacher used to say it says love dub. Um, that boom, boom, boom in our heart is connected to the source. That vibration, that's when you hear somebody talk about everything vibrates,
Mm-hmm.
everything moves because of the heartbeat of God in the great central sun. Everything moves with that same. And I heard this guy say this morning that we're one thinking that we're separate. That's what it says universe.
Mm-hmm. And uni means
Universe.
one.
Uni means one, that we
Mm-hmm.
all, our heart is all connected to that great
Mm-hmm.
central sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's source. So the heartbeat of God is a vibration. That's why you hear everybody says, um, everything vibrates. The sun, the moon, the stars, everything moves. We are not solid and we're moving, we're vibrating, and which reverberates throughout the universe. It says everyone on earth, as they become one with their higher self, are now able to become the heartbeat of God in the physical bodies. When you go up with to when you go up to be with your higher self in the heart of God, you can then bring the light down into your physical bodies. When you when into your physical bodies, when you do this regularly in meditation, you become the heartbeat of God in the great central sun. You can also do this as you go about your daily chores. You can do this perhaps when you are driving in your car and are waiting at a red light, or perhaps standing in a line line up at a store or business place, etc. When you have 3 to 5 minutes, just go into your heart with your eyes open. Just follow the light of energy in your heart and go deep down into your heart. You reach a depth. You reach a depth where a new chamber in your heart opens and you are able to go down 78 levels deep. When you reach this depth, 78 levels, there are two gifts waiting for you. You can become the vibration of God, which is the finest and clearest light of God there is, and you become the best of God's heartbeat, which you will experience as a rhythm of a heartbeat. You will become very proficient in doing this and will gradually become this heartbeat of God. You are always able to change the timing of something by stating your intent and then just trusting your God self. For example, above we say you will gradually become the heartbeat of God, but you as your higher self are able to maintain, to manifest it happening immediately. Just state this intent. Just state this intent. I, as the God of my being, bring all time into God's time, which is now time. So this is telling us how to go in our hearts in meditation. And I'm telling you to read this book to understand the spiritual realm. Your mind has to be expanded to the spiritual realm, not just what we see with our physical eyes, but that understand that we are not this body. Because when you talk about just treat it, and when you're in line, just with your eyes open, go into your heart. What we think that means, go into your heart. You have
Going
to
to, yeah.
imagine it in your mind. Imagine
Mhm.
in your mind and that your heart, you know, goes how many levels deep and connected to your higher self and all that, to be one beat with God, to be on that level with not that level, but with your higher self. You see what it's saying, sis?
Mhm. But most of us could do it, you
We all
know,
could do it.
but if we can let go of worries and fear and distraction.
Yeah, because that's what comes with our ego. That's basically to do this, we have to just, I would say, just the spiritual side of us have to be strong because our mind have to imagine it, that our heartbeat, when our heartbeat it's connected to that's a vibration. That's what we talk about, vibration. And when you raise your consciousness too, you vibrate higher. You vibrate higher. Consciousness, vibration, energy. We use this seems like different word, but it's just one thing. It's just one thing. Yeah,
It's doable.
it's
It's
doable.
very
It's
doable.
doable, but it takes
Mhm.
practice. Everything takes practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes practice. On the earth, life sometimes seems like it is all there is. It is all there is. That you live and die and your life is over forever. Spirit is your true identity. We would like to point out that all truth comes from God, from the God of your being, which you find in your heart, in the feeling of love. Your heart is an electron. and contains a spark of God. I didn't know that. When the spark has been ignited, which comes from the feeling of love, it can literally grow larger. Envision your heart as being a threefold flame: a pink flame on the right, which represents love, a blue flame on the left, which represents will, and a gold flame in the center, which represents wisdom. You see what this is saying? Envision your heart as three flames. Just close your eyes. Think one side as red, one side as blue, and the middle is gold. And as a threefold flame. Envision the blue and pink flame becoming one with the gold flame, which is in the center. The flame will literally grow with the vibration and plane of love.
Mm.
You see that oneness again, that
Mm-hmm.
oneness. And I know this is hard because people see their heart as heart. That's our challenge. Oh, my heart is what's beating in my chest, this little thing that love. We're spiritual beings, you know? So what if you can imagine that your heart is like a three flame
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
becoming one? Yeah, that's just a practice too for us to get out of the physical.
And that makes sense because
Yeah.
when you actually look at the flame, a flame has different levels of color.
Yes, it does. It sure does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it sure does. One flame has like I remember seeing blue. There's blue in there too.
Yes, blue is
And
yellow
gold.
and then it's red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah. We're going to bring you forward new information that you may not have heard or read about. We suggest that all new information that you go within your heart to see if it resonates with you and is your truth, or test yourself in whichever method you use to tell the truth. When you live in your heart, you are able to expand your heart and expand the spark within your heart. And live in your heart is just spreading love and light.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. The spark of God grows into the threefold flame as you become more light and live from love in your heart. The threefold flame will grow. When you do your ascension on earth, the flame will grow faster as you live from feelings of love. After ascension, your higher self will come more fully into you and will assist with the flame growing. When you do your sixth initiation, the Christ will come into your heart and you now have a cosmic heart. When you do your seventh initiation and integrate it, you have done your ascension. And this is way, and when I read this, I'm like, this is way ahead of us. So this is just showing us how far we have to go to probably integrate with our higher self. So, because as we practice understanding that we live in love and light, we will continue to ascend. And we
Mm-hmm.
don't even know. I remember we talked, we don't even know when we are getting our initiation, the sixth initiation or the seventh initiation. That will be determined by our higher self. So sometimes we go through some stuff and we think, oh, it's the devil or whatever. It's your soul helping your ascension.
Okay.
It's our soul helping us to ascend. And sometimes it's the same thing over and over because we haven't conquered it. If your sister still if I would say your husband, if the husband, certain things your husband do still offend you and he keeps doing it and then doing it, we see the husband, but we don't see that ourselves, that we haven't gone past it. You know,
Right,
that's why
right.
your higher self keeps sending it to you
Yeah, until you can get to that love
until
and
you can,
light.
yeah, exactly,
Yes,
until you can get
yes,
to that love and
yes.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we see our sister or our job or keep doing the same. And you said you keep doing the same thing over and over because
Because you
it's
keep failing.
because I keep failing. Exactly. We keep
But
failing.
but the one thing we always say, oh, you see, the devil just the devil just gave me a flat tire. Instead of being patient and say, okay, this is my higher self saving me from an
Exactly.
accident or a tragedy. And you know what? Bringing this up, I think it was last week they had a plane crash,
Hmm.
like 60 something people, and one of the guy that missed his flight was arguing with the people, and he missed the flight, and all the people perished. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Only
Yeah.
if we could just submit and surrender.
Exactly. Exactly. So we read this and you might say, oh, we don't know when is our sixth or seventh. We don't know. Our soul knows. That's why we depend on our soul for direction, our higher self. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know what level we're at, really. We don't know. But it's not for us to know. It's for us to learn and overcome whatever our higher self is sending us.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we are mentioning the threefold flame is because when you ascend, you are now able to work with your higher self and increase the flame until it goes all the way where your higher self is. When it returns to your higher self, you are completely one with your higher self with no separation. The spark of God, which every person has within them, let's say that again, the spark of God, which everyone has within them, comes from God. So you are enlarging the flame that comes from source until it returns to source. You are able to make the threefold flame down to a diamond heart of Mother Earth, the threefold flame of love, wisdom, and will the threefold flame of love, wisdom, and will blend in with the light that comes from God, which will become the clear light of God. It comes down into your physical body, which goes down into God in the diamond earth of um, Mother Earth. There are many practices which will assist you in bringing in more light and your higher self more fully into you. Um, so this one, I'm going to read. This is an exercise how to know your angel name.
Okay.
So um, I tried, but it didn't work for me, but I'll try it another time. So our names are not what we have, what was given to our mother, given to us by our family. So it says, go into your heart, fill and surround yourself in love and light in a ball of gold light that spreads out in a unified field of love and light. Call on your higher self to come fully into you. Envision your higher self as an angel, which is you sitting in your heart within a ball of golden light. Ask your higher self a question such as, what is my angel name? Keep doing this until you receive an answer. The first time you do this, you may not receive an answer,
Ah.
but just keep listening and you will hear a sound come echoing through you. This is a good exercise to do. I know I did it but once and it didn't work, but this is easy. Um, it just let your mind focus on something else. So just sit down and envision a ball of golden light coming out of unified field of love, out of your heart. So you just sit in a bowl, just imagine yourself sitting down in all love and light, golden love and light, golden love and light. And imagine yourself sitting down as your higher self, as an angel. Imagine yourself, you're sitting down thinking about all this light flowing through you, through into your heart, and like you're a little ball, and ask your higher self as envision your higher self as an angel, which is you. You are the angel, you're the higher self, sitting down into the ball of love and light, and ask them, basically ask, what is my angel name? This was it was, I did it, but as it says, you have to do it more than once.
I believe we all have a different name, a
Of
spiritual
course,
name.
we all have a spiritual name.
I believe we have a spiritual name.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do. We do.
I
We do have
believe
a
that.
spiritual name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do. And let's see what else we want to read. Let me see. This one. Oh, okay. What time is it? 6:30. Okay. So it says the vibration of your soul is the vibration of your angel name. Your soul star, which is 6 to 8 inches above your head, contains this vibration. See, we look up, we don't see nothing. Nothing. So the vibration of your soul is the vibration of your angel name. Your soul star, which is 6 to 8 inches above your head, contains this vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All light workers should honor the God in everyone. One way is to think of how you would like to honor others. Say you have a friend and this friend is sick. Do you still honor the God within the person? When a person is sick, often they complain, and these are the people who you should honor more deeply. There are levels of honoring others, the same as there are levels of love. Love can be shallow or can be very deep. Some love brings joy and bliss, while other kinds of love brings tears from tender feeling. All are perfect, but the feeling are different. Some love is a strong feeling of bonding, such as a brother and sister. As for each other, your higher self honors you, and it would behoove you to honor your higher self in in honoring your higher self. You are honoring Father, Mother, God. Honoring is seeing God in everyone and then respecting the God in that person. So we understand what it's saying? Let's start again. All light workers should honor the God in everyone. Everybody has that God within them, no matter
Mm-hmm.
who they are. One
Mm-hmm.
way is think of how you would like to honor others. Say you have a friend and this friend is sick. Do you still honor the God within this person? That's a good question. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If you have a friend and even if there's still a God within that person,
Even if the person is a killer, there's still a
even
God in them.
there's still a God in them. There is still a God in them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And and it says when a person is sick, often they complain, and these are the people you should honor more deeply. This is eye-opening. So when a person is sick, you should honor them deeply. Honor the God within them. And this is how we help their healing too.
Mm,
You know, don't
mm.
see no one less than. Nobody is less than. No one is more than. No one is better than.
Or don't see them sick, see them
Don't
whole,
see them
healthy.
sick. See them
Yeah,
whole.
yeah.
Because they have
Hmm.
the power of God within them. Honor
But
them.
you've been saying that. But you've been
Yes.
saying that. You've been saying that. You've been saying that. Even with the one situation with the gentleman, and you say, "How dare them just send him home?"
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, yeah,
yeah,
you've been
yeah,
saying that. You've been
yeah,
saying that.
yeah, yeah. Listen to what happened when we honor the God within someone else. When you honor the God within someone else, then you look at life in a different way. When you honor another, then what you are doing is creating a new reality. When you see a homeless person begging on the street, do you say to yourself that maybe that person should get a job? Perhaps you look down on the person as being less than you are. Or do you honor the God self of the person and say that person is in the right spot for its growth at the right time?
Mm,
A beggar on the street can be just as spiritual as you and I.
true.
We do not always know what takes place within another person, within their mind, and they may be in the perfect spot. It is the same with everything, including animals. Always honor the God in everything. It's like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Say, God bless you.
Yes.
Yeah, to
Or
everything, all
or
creation.
yes, yes. And I think it was you that was telling me about in I think it's in India, whenever they don't say good morning to one another, they say, "I honor divinity in you."
Oh, really? I didn't know that. No, it's not me.
Uh, oh
No.
no, it's someone, so even when they see the birds, the bees, the dogs, they just say, "I honor divinity in you." So instead of them saying good morning, they say, "I honor the divinity in
Oh,
you."
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, sis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that's what helps our spiritual, see our spiritual eyes when we'll see the beggar as the beggar, the sick person as the sick person. We see them as the God they are, as the
Mm-hmm.
God they are, sis. We honor them as the God they are. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, sis. I didn't know that.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, because even though the person is on the street or whatever the situation may be, they still have that God within them.
They still do. Even the person's on death row.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's why I don't understand how can another person just get up and kill a person.
Yeah, because they don't have any knowledge of self, sis. This wasn't taught to us. We're hearing this for the first time.
True. True.
They make sure they don't talk about things like this because you know how we'll increase vibration and consciousness?
Ah,
They
knowing
don't want
yourself.
that. Know
Knowing
thyself.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's the old saying that you won't hurt the ones you love.
No, you won't. You
Mm,
won't. You think
yeah.
this world want that? They
No.
tell us how much we should hate each other. And
Yes. Yeah.
love God.
Mm,
Say you love God, and then you hate your brothers and sisters.
true.
Yeah.
It's a daily practice. We see
Yeah.
that every day. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. There are times when the soul of another person would like to depart the earth, but there are many more times when these ones would like to live. Always ask within you from your higher self, which is the case. And then respect that information. And by doing that, you are respecting and honoring the soul of another. In this
Mm.
going too, is this going too far? We say no. You are just honoring Father, Mother, God. It is not for the advantage of all light workers to strive for perfection, but the perfection of God. In other words, see God in everything, including every thought, word, or action from you or another person. When you see God in everything without anything being less than perfection, everything becomes God. As you
Mm.
do this, as within, so without, you become the God of your being. We mean this statement literally at as this is how you from your Adam Kadmon body, when you become all of God within your physical body, you will feel a huge implosion of energy, of light, which signifies you becoming fully the God of your being.
Wow.
Yes, I like this right here.
Powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
hmm
That's the key to living.
That's the key to living. When
Mm-hmm.
you see God in everything without anything being less than perfection, everything becomes God.
Mm-hmm.
As you do this as within, so
So,
without,
mm-hmm.
you become the God of your being. Yeah. See, it's like what it says earlier, see the cup full, not half full,
Exactly. Overflowing, as a matter of fact.
overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
What
Wow.
is, yeah, this is a
Mm.
nice part here. I want to read before we leave. Yeah, overflowing. If you were now more advanced in age, say 55, your body would gradually become younger. Oh, this is talking. Let me restart from the top. When you become all of God, your body becomes the, when you become all of God, your body continues to undergo changes within. Your physical body will gradually start to become younger unless you are now younger than the 21, in which case you would stay at the age of 21 without aging. If you were now more advanced in age, saying 55, your body would gradually become younger. In approximately 6 years, you would look about 30. And if you learn to live off light, live and if you learn to live off light, would gradually look around 21 years old. It is possible to manifest living off light and still eat regular foods. Oh, really? I didn't know,
Hey,
I didn't
is
know
that the
that.
that's the secret to looking young?
Yeah,
Not Botox.
that's a secret. Yeah. You can state your intent for all foods to have no calories, but retain all nutrients and everything of God. When you live off light and still eat foods, you are able to assist the earth more. So I
Hey.
didn't know this. So you can state your intent for the foods to have no calories, but for the food to retain all nutrients and everything of God. When you live off light and still eat foods, you're able to assist the earth more. Once you ascend, you no longer have to watch what you eat or still be a vegetarian because you are so much light that everything that you ingest becomes light.
Mighty
Everything that
God.
you eat, which contain chemicals, etc., becomes light. By blessing or placing your hands in a triangle with fingers together and two thumbs touching, the light of God fills the food with the highest vibration of God. Oh, wow.
Wow.
And this is what I do not know. I don't know about the triangle thing, placing your hand in a triangle or whatever and place it. But blessing your food, I keep forgetting to bless my food.
Yes, we talked about that.
We talk
We
about
talked
that.
about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Bless everything.
Bless everything. And we don't have to
Everything.
worry about being a vegetarian. We don't have to worry about being watching the calories. I worry about, oh wow, I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ah. When you ascend, your light can extend up to 26 miles, and with intent, you are now able to have the food you are blessing within this 26-mile radius be filled with the highest light of good. This include all coffee in grocery stores, all coffee in shops, and all coffee in factories that manufactures coffee. So when you ascend, when you bless your food, you're not just blessing your food, you're blessing everything in a 26 miles radius.
Okay.
Yes, so if you go out there and you're in the garage, you're in the parking lot eating, and there's a Wendy's there, as toxic as Wendy's and McDonald's are for your body, and you bless your food, that blessing turn all those calories into nutrients.
Okay.
Mm. An excellent intent to state as the God of your being, for the above is, I bless this coffee I am drinking, and all coffee, and all coffee within a 26 miles radius with the clear light of God. Just know that it has been completed because each ascended master on earth has as many as 10,000 angels or more working on their behalf. We see that, sis.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. So when we can go, even our dinner, I have to get back to blessing my dinner. I
Mm-hmm.
bless this coffee that I'm drinking. I bless this coffee. I am, you see the I am coming, sis?
I am. I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bless this coffee I am drinking. The I am. And
Mm-hmm.
all coffee within a 26 miles radius with the clear light of God. That's all we got to say.
And it don't have to be coffee. It could be whatever.
Whatever you're
You,
eating, whatever, you bless your food. As we look at our food and be like, oh, it's too much calories and it has so much chemicals and they're poisoning the food and this and that. All we got to do is bless it,
mm-hmm.
is bless it.
Blessedness and light.
Yeah, with the clear light of God, with the clear light of God. Bless it with the clear light of God. All right. This is it for us today. We've all learned, remember, to honor everyone, especially sick people, especially homeless people. I know I'm getting into the habit of blessing everyone, blessing. We honor you and blessing our food. Bless this dinner with the clear light of God.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your dinner. I am blessing this. I am. You have to evoke the I am. You call the I am. That's your higher self. So I am blessing this food with the clear light of God. And everything within a 26 miles radius will be blessed. and honor the sick, honor the poor, honor each and everybody as the God they are, as the God they are. All right. I hope you all enjoyed this. And Father, Mother God, we thank you for this presentation today as we continue to have an understanding of self and what is expected of us and the journey we have to take and the many ascended master, the many angels or higher selves that we have helping us and guiding us along the way. Along the way, we are not alone. Thank you for sending the comforting spirit to lead us and guide us at this time of ignorance where we're trying to get out the dark and into the light. So, Father, we thank you. We honor everyone that is listening today to this word, and those that will be listening, we honor them as the God they are. We bless everyone. We bless everyone home, every families, every communities. I honor my sister in her healing as she continue. I honor her as the God she are that is already healed. Father, I thank you. I thank you for what you continue to do for us. And we give you all the honor, the glory, and the praise. And we thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Father. Thank you,
Thank you.
Father, Mother God. Yes.
Yes.
I bless the work of your hands with the light of the God that you
Ye-
are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. We thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And if anyone join us
Yes.
on YouTube and on Facebook, thank you all.
We bless you. We bless you.
Bless you and we honor you. We bless you and we honor you. God
Yes.
bless everyone. God bless.
Richest blessings. Thank you
Riches.
so very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sis,
Thank
we're
you.
enjoying these. We're enjoying these.
Yes.
Yes. You
Yes.
look young today. Are you 21 too?
That's
Did you
because you
turn
blessed
26? Did you turn 26 today?
the one.
21?
21.
21.
We are grateful. We're
We're
grateful.
thankful. We're thankful.
It's the light. It's the light. It's the light of the universe.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. We give thanks. We're
We,
grateful.
yes, we are.
Yes. Yes.
Be
Yeah.
blessed, sis. Be
All
blessed.
right. So we're gonna have to continue this book.
Oh, yes,
We can't
yes,
put it down. Oh
yes.
my.
It's deep. It's deep, but we'll
Very deep.
want very deep. Okay, sis. God
All
bless.
right. Okay. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Blessings.
Blessings.